Oh, there's Keisha. Everyone say, ooh. Ooh, hi, Keisha. Let's hang this one up. All right. So yeah, Keisha took $10,000 on flinching her way. Nothing wrong with that. And let's see, Godfrey. So Godfrey loved the idea of bracketing. He said, yeah, duh. If they want to meet in the middle anyway, let's engineer where the middle is. Did you guys like that? I'm like, control where the middle is because we know we're going to get there. Godfrey came out of the gate with me his first year. This is not normal, by the way. He did $248,000 in profits across 10 deals. He did 7 wholesales and 3 rehabs. From bracketing, from negotiating, from applying the entire stack and making things happen. He did it while he was the manager of a chain restaurant in a shopping mall that was a 90-minute drive from his house. So the dude spent 3 hours a day in the car and then worked in the restaurant business. You ever work in the restaurant business? It's not exactly giving you a lot of extra time. Anyone usually feel like they don't have any time to get your real estate business going? That's why we're dragged into 2023 and it's still not happening. It's still not at the level you want. Godfrey had that problem too, but we solved it. And he loved bracketing. He said, I just want to bracket everything. So do it. Well, then Rebecca saw the specific numbers. She goes, she's from New Orleans. She has this charming New Orleans accent. She said, well, if that's all it takes, I could make up a specific number. Tom, you're just making those numbers up? I said, pretty much. I said, all my offers ended at 579. I like the sound of them. Your numbers can be anything you want. I don't actually care what your specific numbers are. I just care that they are specific. It works. So Rebecca, at my implementation bootcamp, did the homework and was following the lessons and actually talking to people there that she could get immediate feedback from me. She found her 6th phone call produced one seller that gave her 2 properties at half the price from applying all the techniques. And she goes, Tom, my favorite thing was just making that specific offer. It always took me more seriously. Is it nice to be taken more seriously? Yeah. Is it really nice when it's that freaking simple? Just make numbers up. Yeah, it's that powerful. It was pretty cool. Now, Darren locked up his first buy and hold rental with 32 grand in equity from splitting the difference. That became his big thing. It's like, let's always get it close, however close I can get it with everything, and then convince them. He says, I never thought I'd be able to put words in somebody's mouth so consistently. He goes, but that way you phrased it, Tom, they always say what you say they said they're going to say. But let's meet in the middle. I said, it's weird, right? You wouldn't think you can lead a horse to water and always make it drink consistently, but you can when it's done right, which is really cool. Then Neva, Neva loved the higher authority technique. She goes, man, I realize how much you use that on me at work all the time. And she goes, when I always get to step away, and she goes, you go buck stops her because she's the only one in her business, right? Her husband said, honey, you go nuts. Let's see what you can do. Neva came out and gave her first deal, she wholesaled for $14,700. And her second one for 40. And all from, there's a great marketing story behind both of those that I'll tell you on Saturday, because it's a real key to her success on that. But then from a negotiation perspective, it was always higher authority. Anytime she felt pressure and was starting to get uncomfortable, she would say, you know, that's a really great question. Let me check with some of the senior people in my group, and I'll get back to you. You guys feel comfortable saying that? Are you part of a group that has senior people? Look around. You are. Are you part of a group that buys lots of properties in the Kansas City area every year? Yes, you are. Look around, right? You're in the right place, and you can say these things with total honesty and conviction because you are members of a group that do that. That's fantastic that way. Mark Duncan. When I initially met him, he was in Oregon. He still runs his business out in Oregon. But he took what I learned. He says he makes about a consistent $115,000 to $120,000 a year. That let him retire from teaching and coaching high school athletics. And him and his wife packed up and moved to Florida. They lived in the villages. You know that? The villages? Yes. I said, Mark, I didn't know you were old enough to move to the villages. But it's all right. So, and he still runs his business back on the West Coast. So he's got the 2 businesses going. It's great. Well, Mark loves the test drive clubs. And his way is almost It's kind of funny. Every time he puts his offer out there, he gets everything down, he gets it together. As soon as he senses, because you're almost always dealing with couples, so it's always, oh, I need to go to my car and get something. What's he doing? He walks out to his car to get something. What's he giving them an opportunity to do? Talk amongst themselves and decide to say yes. Every time. So Mark's just very good, very nonchalant about it. Oh, let me go. Other times he'll just be really blunt about it and goes, if it's a single cell or something, I bet you want a few minutes to think about it without me staring at you. I'm going to go outside for a little bit. Can you picture yourself saying that?
Yeah.
Great, you just do it. Say, which is kind of very honest with people. Do you think they kind of are thankful? Yeah, they're happy about it. And subconsciously, they go, wow, this guy really knows what they're doing. That was so polite and nice of them to understand that. I just needed a few moments to myself. And Mark figured that out. Yeah, it's going to happen. So it was really good. Mark's been coming out of the gate strong.